Welcome back. Corpus Christi has certainly had its moments on the big screen, from the movie Pearl Harbor to the occasional indie flick. But now city leaders want to turn the sparkling city by the sea into a true star. Michael Gibson is here with how a local councilman is trying to roll out the red carpet for Hollywood without waiting for a casting call. Michael?
It's not every day that a movie shoots in Corpus Christi, but one city councilman says, why not? With big dreams and even bigger incentives, there's a push to bring lights, camera, and plenty of action to the coastal bend. And if the plan gets the green light, it could mean more than just credits rolling. It could bring serious cash to town and a whole lot of great publicity. Once in a blue moon, Corpus Christi makes a cameo up on the silver screen. Remember the legend of Billie Jean? That mall scene was shot inside the now partially demolished Sunrise Mall. Councilman Mark Scott wants more big-budget productions to roll tape in the coastal bend, and he's got a pitch ready for the green light.
My idea is to look for the TPID, which is a funding mechanism for Visit Corpus Christi, and use it to bring people to Corpus, let them touch and feel, let them understand the unique cultural opportunities they have here, and then tap into the Type B funds.
Corpus Christi does have a film commission, but Scott's wanting to help bankroll that effort to a higher degree. He wants to give producers a real reason to shoot here, and that means cash incentives.
If you do want to come and you want to film a movie here, we would say something like up to $500,000 will reimburse you based on expenses spent in Corpus Christi.
Calendar's chairman, Todd Hunter.
Texas-born A-lister Matthew McConaughey recently testified before state lawmakers, urging them to double the pot for film and TV incentives. The sequel? That fund could reach $500 million.
We have to be open for business, and we have sent a strong statement to our state legislators to let them know that Corpus Christi is open for business in the film industry.
City Manager Peter Zanoni says Corpus Christi has more than just pretty locations. It can also come up with the cash to turn Hollywood's bright lights on our area.
We do have resources, including the hotel occupancy tax, potentially the TPID monies, and potentially other monies as well that we could dedicate to film production here in Corpus Christi.
So city officials are ready to cue those lights and roll the cameras. But until the full council casts its vote, this idea is still in pre-production. Mike?
All right, thank you, Michael. And of course, this story had us in the newsroom going back to count just how many Hollywood films we could remember being filmed here in the coastal bend. Perhaps the most notable, the filming of Pearl Harbor aboard the Lexington.
Then the makeshift set was transformed into the USS Hornet, with B-25s parking on the deck and the actors coming to town.
Alec Baldwin, Ben Affleck, and director Michael Bay visited back in 2001 to shoot parts of the movie at the Lexington. But that's not the only film shot here in Corpus Christi. The 1996 movie Selena also filmed here on location. Another Hollywood A-lister, Justin Timberlake, used Whataburger Field when he played a struggling baseball star in the 2009 film The Open Road with Jeff Bridges. And of course, Alan Holt, when they come to make a movie here, the big question is, who do you want to play you in that movie?
I always wonder if, you know, like, were the Pearl Harbor cast, were they watching like Vesey and Joe and all them for like weather and stuff?
News?
Yeah,
yeah.
That's what I'm always curious about. But cool, that was a cool little bit. I didn't know about Justin Timberlake at Whataburger Field. That was
there aren't a whole lot of movies, but you can find a list and kind of go through and you go, yeah, I remember that. Of course, Legend of Billie Jean, as Michael mentioned, there in Sunrise Mall. That's the one that'll always come to mind for folks here.
Pearl Harbor for me, with respect to movies here. Selena too.